We are back live at CollectCo for tonight's Facebook record sale. It is Monday. Let me get all this shared again. It's so time consuming, but got to do it. Everybody can find us. Let's delete that story and let's go find another one. Let's see here. Okay, first thing I need to do is get it shared on Facebook. Let me go here. Chad Williams. Sorry, we was a few. Actually, wow, we're already 10 minutes late. We was gonna come back at 10:05 or 10, and then I think right when I signed off, I said 10:05. Then of course we all got to talking about business and this football game, and time flies. So let's copy this link. Let me get this posted here. Let me delete my comment on this. And see, when I post like these flip videos, I have to go through, like there's the flip video I posted. Then I go through and post a link because I'm sure there's people seeing this video right now, this flip video, and they'll click on it, then they'll see my comment, and then they can click on that and go straight to the live feed. So I also have a huge ad running all across the United States that we buy records. So, I mean, it's getting a lot of response. We've got this one boosted pretty much everywhere in the United States. So we're getting a lot of responses already. Hopefully we have a lot of leads. We can get some good collections in here first of the year for y'all. All right, so there's that. One more place to post this, which is our Instagram story. And let me go to favorites here. And where's my CollectCo logo? Link. All righty. Everything is shared. Now just pull up my comment chat, get it reset, and we're good to go. All right, so right before we ended, somebody had requested Soundgarden. We got 2 Soundgarden LPs in stock, Bad Motorfinger. Some of the hits on this one is Rusty Cage, Outshined. I like Slaves and Bulldozers. What's some other good ones on here? Searching with My Good Eye Closed is a good one. And, of course, their big album, Super Unknown by Soundgarden, it's $49.99. Let Me Drown, that's a good one. My Wave, that's a good one. Fell on Black Days, Super Unknown, of course. And then here's the 2 biggest, Black Hole Sun and Spoon Man. Boy, Spoon Man's a great song. Those are $49 and $29. Then we are in the middle of this on-sale crate, $9.99 on-sale records. Most of these are half off or maybe even better. They're all discounted. They're all $9.99. We're going to go through this. And while we're going through these, we're going to go through some Japanese auctions as well. So, let me grab one of those Warrant Cherry Pies. I'll do that in just a second. We're going to close the giveaway. I mean, if we do sell one in the next few minutes or tonight or tomorrow night, the Warrant Cherry Pie giveaway is for sure Thursday. Also, did we key? Is that crate still behind the counter? Yeah, we got to key those in so Doug can get them sorted. So, I mean, like in a spreadsheet, yeah, so we need to do that before they get filed away, otherwise we're in trouble. All right, everything in here is $9.99. Where did I get to? Let's go ahead and start, yeah. All right, so the Kinks Live, that's half off at $9.99. We have the best of Tommy James and the Shondells, $9.99. The Supremes at the Copa in shrink wrap, the Supremes, $9.99. OG Motown record in shrink wrap. Gloria Estefan, Let It Loose with the Miami Sound Machine, $9.99 on that. The Stylistics, Thank You Baby, that's in shrink wrap. The Stylistics now $9.99. Tommy James and the Shondells to Alex Roman. Alex, oh man, I still got to look through your records and George Solmer's. Who else has stuff here? The guy, Mr. Shoemake with his cards, Dale. There's just so much to do. See, right after the sales, I've got stuff to do like listing stuff and taking pictures, getting ready for the next sale. I've got to do that, though, Alex. I'm sorry. Thank you for the spreadsheet. I'll go through there and get you an offer on that stuff. The McCoys, Hang On Sloopy. This is a German version on Bellafon. Mark Jacobs wants Gloria. That's sold to Mark Jacobs. Everything in here is on sale at $9.99. Wild in the Streets soundtrack on Tower Records. That's $9.99. Jeff McMaster wants the McCoys. These are all $10. John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band, Tough All Over, $9.99. Subject, Aldo Nova. Aldo Nova is now $9.99, and so is Steve Winwood, Talking Back to the Night. Steve Winwood's $9.99. Alan Parsons Project. This is Turn of a Friendly card in shrink wrap. New Riders, The Adventures of Panama Red. That's a VG Plus for $9.99. Roy Orbison in Dreams, a VG copy of Roy Orbison in Dreams. That's an original Monument record, $9.99. Original album of his, original label. Roberta Flack, this is a quad pressing. Killing Me Softly, that is half off at $9.99. David Bowie, this is a 12-inch promo of Absolute Beginners from David Bowie. That is half off at $9.99. Kevin Kubina wants New Riders of the Purple Sage, or just New Riders. Panama Red, that's sold to Kevin. Jefferson Starship, Nuclear Furniture, that is $9.99. It's amazing how many crates I have assembled of on-sale records, and I could do this like for the next 2 weeks straight, and I still think we could keep doing it. So that's how much stuff we go through every week in new arrivals, and we start back doing that tomorrow. So lots and lots of stuff here. Scott Smith on the Roberta Flack quad record. Retrospect, the songs of Joe South. Joe South is now $9.99. We have Paul Simon, Hearts and Bones. Paul Simon, $9.99. Don McLean, Solo. That's actually a 2LP, $9.99. Was, Not Was, Born to Laugh at Tornadoes. That's $9.99. And 10cc Deceptive Bends. Sunfighter, Paul Cantor and Grace Slick. That's $9.99. And so is Alabama, The Closer You Get. That one has Dixieland Delight on it. Jimmy Smith, Prime Time. Boz Scaggs, Silk Degrees. Crosby, Stills, Nash, Daylight Again. The Complete, Tom Paxton, recorded live. That is $9.99. Gerard takes the 10cc. Mia Willis on Jimmy Smith. Mark Shelton, You Were Second. And Timothy Jernigan on Alabama. Tommy Flowers, You Were Third on the Jimmy Smith. The Lonely Bull, Herb Albert. The Dirt Band, Make a Little Magic. These are all $9.99. Spanking Her Gang, Greatest Hits, Sunday Will Never Be the Same. Rick Springfield, Comic Book Heroes. Rick Springfield and Mike Rutherford from Genesis, Small Creeks Day. George Delisle on the Tom Paxton. Sell that to Mr. Delisle. We have Sonny Rollins, Sunny Days, Starry Nights. Sonny Rollins is $9.99. Ozark Mountain Daredevils, Car Over the Lake album. Jeremiah. This one has some pretty heavy cover damage. Most would say that's a VG minus. No condition notes on the vinyl, though. $9.99. Scott Smith on MR. That's Mike Rutherford. Devin Reese wants Aldo Nova. Aldo Nova. That was a few back, actually, but I still have Aldo. Where are you, Aldo? It's right in here, I want to think. Yeah, Aldo Nova. That's sold to Devin Reese. Country My Way, Nancy Sinatra, $9.99. Randy Bachman, Survivor. That's Randy Bachman of Bachman Turner Overdrive. Joe Cocker, one of the many self-titled albums of his. That one's called Cocker. Roy Orbison, Laminar Flow in shrink wrap. The Association. This one is called, what is this one called? It may be self-titled. No, what is this one? Yeah, self-titled. The Association, $9.99. And Willow the Wisp, Leon Russell, $9.99 on that. Scott Smith on RB, Randy Bachman. Songs on Herb Albert for Kevin Kubina. Herb Albert. Kevin, the songs are, here we go. Let's see. The Lonely Bull, El Solo Toro, El Lobo, Tijuana Sauerkraut, Desafondo, Mexico, Never on Sunday, Strutting with Maria, Let It Be, Me, Acapulco, 1922, Limbo Rock, Crawfish, A Quiet Tear. The word Acapulco always gives me some trouble. It's also the name of a Mexican restaurant in Carthage, or did they close down? Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Tarkus, $9.99. The Flamingo Kid soundtrack, Gold Stamp promo, that's $9.99. And The Art of Hank Crawford, The Atlantic Years, has some writing on the cover. That's a 2LP. JoJo Gunn is $9.99, and so is the Lubin Brothers Radio Favorites, 51 to 57. Scott Smith wants RB, and before that, Kevin says he will take Lonely Bull. So Kevin gets Herb Albert, and Scott Smith wants RB, and RB was... Oh, yeah, that was Randy Bachman. Sorry. I've already pulled that. Kevin got Lonely Bull. Old Rockin' Urn, Tennessee Ernie Ford, that's $9.99. Jam Factory, that's a VG Plus, $9.99. Wyatt takes the Lubin Brothers, sell that to Wyatt. And the Fabulous Thunderbirds, Tough Enough, including their hit song, Tough Enough, $9.99. Let me get some new Japanese auctions started. We're not through with that crate yet, but it's time. I've got John Lennon, Heart, Cyndi Lauper, Blondie, David Bowie, The Beatles, Night Ranger, Eye of the Tiger, Juice Newton, Eagles. Another Led Zeppelin song remains the same. Purple Rain, REO Speedwagon, Steve Winwood. Let's do Steve Winwood and Night Ranger. That's two we don't, I don't think have as often. So Wyatt, you got Lubin Brothers. George, you were second. We had, excuse me, Night Ranger, Big Life, minor spine wear. Yeah, it does have a spine crackle right here, but don't worry because the record won't be shipped in the cover, so you don't have to worry about that expanding. Night Ranger is going to be a $35 start. Big Life, one of their discography, a later one in their discography, we don't see as often. With Obi, it is near mint pristine. With insert, vinyl is perfect. Vinyl is perfect. That's a $35 start. And we have Steve Winwood, and this is actually a Japanese promo copy. Japanese promo copy of Steve Winwood. That's also a $35 start. Melanie wants to see Juice Newton. Melanie, I will put up the Juice Newton in just a second. Fabulous Thunderbirds is no condition notes, Bob. I think this is a nice one. It is near mint. I have a feeling you're going to want that. I'm going to go ahead and lay it over here. Let me know if you don't. Aretha Franklin, Who's Zooming Who? If you're just joining us, everything in here is $9.99. The Beau Brummels, Sing. This is in shrink wrap, $9.99. Dave Brubeck Quartet, Southern Scene. This is a 1966i, originally $24.99 when we put that back in July. Out in July, that's $9.99. Seals and Crofts Greatest Hits. This is actually, was originally $9.99, but it seems like a lot of people have been wanting these recently, so I stuck it back in here. It's a near mint perfect copy of Seals and Crofts Greatest Hits. That's $9.99. Wahanka, this is 1970, $9.99. And Cow Jazz, Jerry Jeff Walker. Those right in there are all more than half off at $9.99. Bob McKinney does want the Fabulous Thunderbirds. Kevin, you were second. Eric Wayne was first to the Dave Brubeck. Eric Wayne was first to that one. Emerson, Lake and Palmer Condition. Give me 1 second on that, Stephen. Chris, you were second on Dave Brubeck. And I think Mark Shelton wants the Seals and Croft. Alex, you were third on Brubeck. And George Lai wants Jerry Jeff. The letter F. So you're talking about... let's see. I know what you're talking about. That's a price code. I don't know if I have one in here. Did we just show one? That's a price code sticker. So from what I understand, somebody that was actually alive back in the day may can confirm this, but I think if it has like a sticker with F, that was a chart. So you could see F, and then you could look up at the chart and see how much F records were. So it was like for charting. So F means a certain price. Okay. I think that's how that worked. By the way, we do have a $35 bid on Night Ranger with Grant Peltzer. That's going twice, going 3 times. No bids yet on Winwood, and I had a question, the condition of Emerson, Lake and Palmer. A little bit of cover wear down here at the bottom. It is a gatefold. It is an OG, and it's about EX Plus. EX Plus on that one. $9.99. It's not a perfect copy, but it's not check condition. The Best of the Crusaders is $9.99, and Bob Welch, 3 Hearts. Bob Welch is $9.99. Rick Derringer Live. This is actually a white label promo. White label promo. Nice copy too. Near mint. Derringer Live. That's $9.99. and Roger Daltrey, Best Bits. This is a Roger Daltrey's Greatest Hits, his solo stuff, Greatest Hits. Roger Daltrey, lead singer, and one of the front men from The Who. What's on Beau Brummels? Give me 1 second on that, Wayne. You're right, correct. Thank y'all. I wasn't around when record stores were the only way to buy music, but I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Rick Derringer to Scott Smith, and Stephen Chesney wants Emerson, Lake, and Palmer. I wish I was. I watched that documentary about Tower Records, and I was fascinated about Tower Records. I don't know if I shared that in the group, but on YouTube there's a free about an hour and a half, almost 2 hour deal on Tower Records. That was amazing to watch. It was kind of inspiring, but also kind of sad the way Napster and CDs came in and pretty much just crushed their business. So, okay, Night Ranger is sold for $35. I think they did $1 billion in sales, and then the next year they were bankrupt. Grant Peltzer is at $35 on Night Ranger, and Gerard, I'm going to go ahead and sell you Steve Winwood for $30. I'm going to go ahead and sell that to you. It didn't get a bid. That's a fair offer. Sell that to Gerard for $30. Bob, I just sold Night Ranger. I'm so sorry. I just seen your comment. It had been up for a while. I just sold that. Now, the track listing for Beau Brummels. This is for Wayne. Laugh, Laugh, You Tell Me Why. In Good Times, Sad Little Girl, Ain't That Loving You, Baby, I Want You. Good Time Music, Still in Love with You, Baby. Just a Little. Stick Like Glue, They'll Make You Cry. Just Wait and See. Not Too Long Ago, When It Comes to Your Love, Women, and Don't Talk to Strangers. Wayne, that's a perfect copy and shrink wrap if you want it. Curtis Blow, Kingdom Blow, that's $9.99. Never No Mo Blues, just the Jimmy Rogers Memorial album. Robert Palmer, Maybe It's Live, and this is a Dolly 12-inch single promo. Actually, it's not a promo, but it's potentially new boyfriend. 3 different versions of it. Dolly 12-inch single, $9.99. All right, so everything in here is $9.99. The first part of the crate we actually did during part 1, so I'll go back through those again. You may not have seen those earlier. And everything in here is $9.99. Village People, Renaissance, in shrink wrap of Hop sticker. Al Stewart, Year of the Cat. I will let you know if they're check condition. Bobby V Meets the Crickets. Dan Fogelberg, The Innocent Age. That's a 2LP, and it has the book. And it has the booklet with it. Wayne passes on the Beau Brummels, if anybody wants that. $9.99. Based on the shrink wrap and condition. That's from the famous Pennsylvania collection. Marion Maiden, It's a Beautiful Day. We have Four Wheel Drive, Bachman Turner Overdrive, 10 Years After, Rock and Roll Music, Uriah Heep, Demons and Wizards, The Kinks, Live, Supremes at the Copa, The Stylistics, Thank You Baby. We have Wild in the Street soundtrack, John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band, Steve Winwood, Talking Back to the Night, Alan Parsons, that's in shrink wrap, and we have Roy Orbison in Dreams. That is a VG copy. David Bowie, Absolute Beginners, and that is a 12-inch single promo. Is it a label mark promo? No, I don't think so. 5 for BTO and 5 for Leon Russell. I'm going to keep everything in here right now, $9.99. Al Stewart sold to Michael Mofield and David Bowie 7. Let me go through them one more time and then we can talk maybe later. Second go around here, $9.99. Plus, I want to go through some new crates. Now, what happened to Al Stewart? There it is, Year of the Cat. Let's see, 5. Yeah, let me go through these, and then I've got crates I want to go back through a second time, and then we can talk, okay? Jefferson Starship, Nuclear Furniture. Joe South, Introspect. Paul Simon, Hearts and Bones. Solo, Don McLean. Was, Not Was, Sunfighter, Paul Cantor, Grace Slick of Jefferson Airplane, Boz Scaggs, Crosby, Stills and Nash, The Dirt Band, Spanking Our Gang, Rick Springfield, Comic Book Heroes, Sonny Rollins, Ozark Mountain Daredevils, Jeremiah, Nancy Sinatra, Country My Way, Joe Cocker, Roy Orbison, Laminar Flow, The Association, Leon Russell. That one was half off in $19.99. Usually his stuff sells right away. Nice copy. Yeah, it's on the original Shelter label. $9.99. The Flamingo Kid soundtrack. Art of Hank Crawford. JoJo Gunn. Tennessee Ernie Ford, Jam Factory, Aretha Franklin, Wahanka, The Crusaders, Bob Welch, Roger Daltrey, Curtis Blow, Jimmy Rogers, Robert Palmer, and Dolly Parton. Mark Jacobs on Paul Simon. Mark Jacobs on Paul Simon. That was right here. That was Hearts and Bones. Hearts and Bones. So you can claim them now. If we have time, I'll go through them. There's a whole nother crate, though, of new $9.99 stuff that I have not gone through. This Dolly is a 12-inch single, potential new boyfriend. Michael Mofield also wants CSN. That is Crosby, Stills, and Nash. That was Daylight Again. This has some great stuff on it, such as Wasted on the Way and the big one, Southern Cross. Southern Cross. All right, let me go through the other bin of $9.99 stuff that has not been shown tonight. I've got a whole nother bin of $9.99 records that have not been shown. Have not been shown. All right, let's go through them. Yeah, good stuff in here. I think this is the first one I compiled last night. This is the very first crate I compiled when I was making these last night. We need new auctions. What's going on? Those first two sold really quick, and I have forgot about everything else. Let's do Prince. This is one of the bigger ones. Let's go ahead and do the next two, probably higher-end records out of the Japanese bin. I've got another Led Zeppelin, Song Remains the Same, and I've got a Prince Purple Rain. Let's check Prince Purple Rain out. This is a $65 start. Pristine Japanese pressing with Obi. This one has a 2-page insert with it. And I think what we determined is this does come with a poster, but it's pretty rare. Pretty tough to find one complete with poster. I don't think we've had one yet, and we've sold a lot of these. Maybe we have, and I'm not for sure. Maybe the one, we had a copy of this one night bring almost $150. Maybe that one had a poster, but I can't quite remember. Maybe that's why. That's a $65 start. That one is, y'all know the magic word, Pristine. And I've got another really nice copy of Song Remains the Same. Same thing, $75 start. We've already sold one tonight with a little different Obi. This one's near mint, 2LP, and gatefold. Very nice. $75 start on Led Zeppelin. Song Remains the Same. All right, everything in here is $9.99. Martha Reeves and the Vandellas, Riding High. I will let you know if it's a check condition record. Ray Manzarek. The Carpenters Collection. The Carpenters Collection. This is as advertised on TV. 2-record set. $9.99. Kevin Kubina's at 77 on Song Remains the Same. Carole King, City Streets. That's later in her career. That originally came out in 1989. Probably not a lot of those made on vinyl. Gene Ammons, The Happy Blues. Prestige Jazz Classic Series in shrink wrap. $9.99. The Byrds, Farther Along. Columbia. That's technically a reissue. It's Columbia Limited Edition, it says. Ted Nugent, Little Miss Dangerous. Everything in here is $9.99. Eric Wayne on Gene. Gene Ammons sold to Eric Wayne. The Best of Gordon Lightfoot. This is in shrink wrap. It is a VG Plus. Earlier Gordon Lightfoot. This is on United Artists, so this is it's a repress label, but some of his early stuff, Canadian Railroad, For Loving Me, good stuff. Sell that to Kevin Kubina. Rob Scheffler wants Ted Nugent. So Kevin has Song Remains the Same for $77. That's going twice, going 3 times. Still looking for a $65 start on Purple Rain. Steppenwolf, Rest in Peace. Half off for Steppenwolf at $9.99. Kevin Kubina also wants The Carpenters. We're also going to sell that to Kevin. The Human League Unlimited Orchestra. Love and Dancing in shrink wrap. $9.99. Boz Scaggs, Slow Dancer. Uriah Heep, Sweet Freedom. The J. Giles Band Showtime, that's $9.99. And Kansas Power. Gold stamp promo, $9.99 for Kansas Power, $9.99. Emerson, Lake and Palmer is $9.99. And so is J. Giles Band The Morning After. J. Giles Band The Morning After, $9.99. The Beach Boys 15 Big Ones. Really nice copy. Gatefold, $9.99 on that. By the way, that's a great deal on that one, especially for the condition, and one we don't get too often. Mott, not Mott the Hoople, this is just Mott, which I think is the same band, but under a different name. This is a UK pressing, Shouting and Pointing, $9.99. And Bob Seger, Night Moves. And Essential. VG condition, so it's a little bit lesser grade than most, but that's why it's $9.99. Orange capital label. All right, let's sell Kevin Led Zeppelin. Goodbye, Kevin. Thank you. That sold for $77. If anybody wants prints, $65 buy it now. We only have one Japanese pressing that did not sell tonight, and that's ELO. Did we put that one back? He didn't want that, right? We did put that back. What did we do with it? I don't know what we did with it, but... Oh, that's right. We sold it for 40. So yeah, Prince is the only one, and we have Long Blondes, which I need to put that on Discogs, I think. Conditional Steppenwolf. First, Leslie wants to see the Human League. Let's do this in order. Leslie on the Human League. It tells right here, this album contains instrumental versions of previously released songs by the Human League, specially remixed and produced by Martin Rushnett. So that's what this is. I think it's remixed maybe as, I don't know if they're all instrumentals. Maybe it has orchestra with it. $9.99 on that. Patty was first to Mott. Then Jimmy asked condition of Steppenwolf. Steppenwolf, let's see. So far, so good, Jimmy. It's in a disc keeper sleeve. That's a good sign. This must have come from somewhere. And it's an OG Dunhill. It has some of that acidic like transfer right here, but it doesn't have really any marks. It's EX Plus for sure. $9.99 on that. Kevin Kubina was first to Bob Seger. Michael Mofield, you were second. If Kansas is the white label, I'll take it. And that was Kansas Power. Gold stamp promo. Let's see if it's a promo label. It is not a promo label, Kevin. But Claymore says he'll take it. And Kevin says give Seeger to Michael. Most vocals removed. No orchestra on Human League. Most vocals removed. There you go. I don't know a lot about that. Scott does. Thank you, though. Dire Straits, Communique. This is a VG Plus, now $9.99. I'm a Prisoner of Rock and Roll. This is a WGSP 1310 AM from Charlotte, North Carolina. Doing Buffalo Springfield, Jefferson Airplane, Derek and the Dominoes, Mountain Van Morrison, Yardbirds, and more. That is a radio station compilation. $9.99. Looks like some good music. Then and Now, The Best of the Monkees. VG Plus for $9.99. VG Plus, Best of the Monkees, $9.99. Ted Nugent, Double Live Gonzo. This is also $9.99. Orange Epic Label, 2LP. Leslie Holt wants the radio comp. Sell that to Leslie. And we've got Gordon Lightfoot, another old Dan's Records. We had one of these the other night. This is an EX condition. Like I said, well, not too early. You know, we have one of his first 45s, if anybody's interested. I think we have it on Discogs. We have like his first ever release. It's early. It's really early, but we actually have it if anybody's interested in that. But this album is $9.99. Bob McKinney takes the Ted Nugent. We have the Marquettes Take Two Wheels. Really cool hot rod cover there. That's a VG copy at $9.99. Let me grab two new Japanese auctions. We've got, let's do the Survivor. It does have the Rocky Obi. And somebody asked about Juice Newton earlier. Let me go ahead and put that up. So Survivor, Eye of the Tiger. We've had these before. Pretty desirable. Especially with this cool Obi. Survivor's the band. The name of the album is Eye of the Tiger, if you're not making that connection. Big hit song from the movie. $35 start. My high school, the mascot was a tiger. So actually, I get pretty burned out on hearing Eye of the Tiger. I mean, I went to a high school where the mascot was a tiger. So there is no telling how, and y'all know I went to every sporting event, basketball and football, for a decade and a half. I heard this so many times. But every once in a while I hear it, and it's like, wow, that is pretty good. I also heard Welcome to the Jungle. Oh my gosh. Anything to do and run through the jungle, CCR. We wore that out at football games too. Oh my gosh. Okay, Juice Newton's Greatest Hits. Japanese press, pristine with Obi, $25 start on that. $35 on Survivor, $25 on Juice Newton. Boogaloo Down Broadway, the fantastic Johnny C. That's VG Plus. Everything here is $9.99. The Alan Parsons Project, Turn of a Friendly Card. There's another copy. It's a Guitar World, Chet Atkins. That's $9.99. Chuck Berry, Live, Volume 1. $9.99. Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Musically Speaking, Climax Blues Band, Flying the Flag. That's half off at $9.99. CBB. This is Jackie DeShannon, What the World Needs Now is Love. And Stephen Stills, his self-titled first solo album. The hit on this one, his big single off this one was Love the One You're With. And we have Joe Walsh, You Bought It, You Name It. I think I skipped something. I did. Emerson, Lake, and Powell. Keith Emerson, Greg Lake, and Cozy Powell on drums on that one. Grant's at $35 on Eye of the Tiger, going once, going twice. Bob McKinney takes the Alan Parsons Project. That's sold to Bob McKinney. Cody Chandler on Joe Walsh, and songs on Climax Blues Band. Give me 1 second on that one. We have Ohio Express. That's technically self-titled, but it has their hit, Yummy, Yummy, Yummy. John Parr, $9.99 for John Parr. Liza Minnelli at Carnegie Hall. That's a 2LP, $9.99. And Modern Times, Al Stewart. That's an earlier album of his, or, you know, just one you don't see as often, I guess, or we don't put out as often, or maybe it sells and we don't have too many left over. So that's $9.99. Delaney and Bonnie, Genesis. That's $9.99. And so is Merle Haggard, Out Among the Stars. Mr. Merle. All right, songs on Climax Blues Band are Gotta Have More Love, So Good After Midnight, Horizontalized, I Love You, Hold On to Your Heart, Dance the Night Away, Money Talking, Blackjack and Me, Nothing But Starlight, One for Me and You. Next comment was Cody on Joe Walsh. We've already got that. Leslie Holt on Liza Minnelli. If I didn't know how to say that, I'd probably say Liza. But I know that's Liza Minnelli. But, you know, if that was some record I didn't know, I'd probably say Liza Minnelli. And then Paul Beck wants Emerson, Lake, and Powell. ELP. But instead of Powell, or instead of Palmer, it's Powell. All right, let's go ahead and sell Eye of the Tiger. Eye of the Tiger to Grant Peltzer at $35. And we'll go ahead and make Juice Newton a buy it now. $5 for Juice Newton's Greatest Hits. Excuse me, $25, not $5. $25 on Juice Newton's Greatest Hits. Japanese press. I think that's the first time we offered that. So we got Prince, Long Blondes, and Juice Newton. Let me grab 2 new Japanese presses. Let's do REO and the Eagles. Wow, we've almost sold an entire crate of Japanese stuff tonight. All right, Brent Rabley wants D and B, which is Delaney and Bonnie. We have the Eagles, The Long Run. And thank you, David, for recommending the ELP record. That's maybe why Paul may have bought it on your recommendation. Nice copy. This one does have some of that foxing on the cover, but as y'all know, I've said it a million times, probably far as an Eagles record, one of the more difficult ones to find with a nice cover. This is Japanese quality, thick, sturdy jacket. Has the insert with it. Also has some of that foxing on this. The inside of it with the lyrics looks fine. You can read along when they're doing The Sad Cafe or Heartache Tonight or In the City. And the vinyl is, you know it, pristine. Pristine Japanese vinyl on the Eagles, The Long Run. The Eagles is actually a $45 start. Nice U.S. pressings are $25, $35, depending on how nice, and that's a nice Japanese press. $45 start on that one. REO Speedwagon. This one is called Life as We Know It. Not one we see as often in the Japanese presses. In shrink wrap with Obi, and it is pristine. Has the insert. I don't even have to take that one out. That is a $35 start. Debbie said she'd give 20 on Juice Newton. Let me take a look at that. Okay, go ahead and sell that to Debbie for $20. Rob Scheffler, Debbie, that's yours for $20. Rob Scheffler's in on Eagles at $45. Is the Marquettes mono or stereo? Excellent question. It says mono here on top of the cover. This is Viaphonic High Fidelity. That's probably a strange word, a strange way of saying stereo. W1509. Of course, the cover says mono. This label says Vitaphonic. Its catalog number W1509, which is mono. And the cover says mono too. So that's about all I can tell you on that one, Clay. Elton John's Friend soundtrack, $9.99. Rod Stewart, Never a Dull Moment. Never a Dull Moment at $9.99. Bob Welch, French Kiss. That has some of the hits of his, like Sentimental Lady, Dancing Eyes, Ebony Eyes. I show this one a lot. I think I have to tell people the hits. When they hear Sentimental Lady, they're like, ah, okay, I'll take it. That is $9.99, Bob Welch. Uriah Heep, Abominog, that's $9.99. The Ventures, Walk, Don't Run. I don't know if this was their first LP, but it was certainly what kind of got them on the scene. The Ventures here, $9.99. We have Frank Sinatra, September of My Years, Simon and Garfunkel, and that got me caught back up. Simon and Garfunkel was Parsley Sage, Frank Sinatra, and Leslie Holt wants Rod Stewart. Rod Stewart. All right, final call on the Eagles at 45, and still looking for a $35 start on REO Speedwagon. Smith minus plus is $9.99. Another Al Stewart Year of the Cat, that's $9.99. And Quicksilver Anthology. I marked this one down quite a bit because it's got a pretty worn cover. I'm talking seam splits, ring wear. The vinyl, though, is about EX, and that's $9.99. Clay Moore says he is sold on the Marquettes. And we have Todd Rundgren Healing. That is $9.99. Jigsaw. This one has the hype sticker. Contains the hit single Sky High. Great song. Steve Martin, Wild and Crazy Guy. Another Al Stewart, Modern Times. And Joni Mitchell, Don Juan's Reckless Daughter. Got this one marked down to $9.99. Don Juan's Reckless Daughter. One more before I end the auctions, and that is Marshall Tucker Band, Dedicated. Nice copy. That is now $9.99. All right, Rod Stewart, excuse me, Eagles is sold to Rob Scheffler for $45. You got a nice copy there. If anybody wants REO Speedwagon, that's a $35 buy it now. Let's see, I've got several more over here to put up. I got two of those, so let me see what else we got in here. And of course, the Beatles. We're going to wait on those. We got so many Beatles, Japanese pressings. The Beatles sold well everywhere. I mean, I've had Beatles records from Russia to Taiwan to, I mean, it's the Beatles, but it's amazing how many is out there. George Lyle on Quicksilver. Thank you, just bought some upgraded one of my sets. Nice, clean Japanese. Yeah, that sounds good. Let me know how it sounds. Post it in the group. Songs on Marshall Tucker. Justin, let me guess. You're looking for Can't You See? It's not on this one. And Jeannie Pinnell wants Steve Martin. Jeannie Pinnell and Steve Martin. Have you ever had an LP of Carnival Youth? Not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of. I'd have to see the cover, though, because it's not ringing a bell. Okay, we got a Japanese press. This is a promo. It is a promo copy. This Old Cowboy. Okay, I'll check that one. Usually, people ask, what's the songs? I kind of know what they're looking for. That one's not on here either. I'm not for sure what album that's on. No, not on this one. So, okay, so Heart. This is a check condition copy. We've got EX minus to VG plus on this, but it is a promo copy of Heart self-titled, and we'll get that one started for $30. Just because, I mean, I think we sold one of these the other night for $45. This is a promo copy, but it's check condition, so just a $30 start on that one. And we have a David Bowie Tonight. David Bowie Tonight. Perfect copy. Here's the magic word. It is pristine. There's the inner sleeve or insert, Japanese insert. Vinyl looks unplayed. That's a $45 start for David Bowie Tonight. Now, I was looking at some Japanese pressings myself the other night. I was trying to go through Rush's catalog. Actually, I picked one album, Fly By Night, and I went to Discogs, and I went through every version just trying to find a copy of Fly By Night. And I was going to buy a couple copies because mine, I still don't have a Japanese copy, and my USOG is not in good shape. The nice copies we auction here, and they bring, you know, we've had a couple copies bring almost $100. But if you get on Discogs and try to find really nice copies of Fly By Night, it's hard to do. And also, anything Japanese, if there was a Japanese copy listed, it didn't have the obi, and then you start looking at shipping cost, it was like, man, like it's just, it was hard to find. And then I picked, I went Rush Signals, same thing. It's hard to find a near mint copy of Signals listed for sale in the United States. And then when I went to Japanese, all the Japanese versions, same thing. It's just so hard to find. But when you're seeing these Japanese records, and also maybe if you're even checking prices on Discogs, two things. One, you know when you're buying them from us, they're near mint. We guarantee them. They're perfect. Second thing, you got to look at those shipping costs, because it gets, you may can find one of these for $20, but you know it costs $28 to ship it or something. Or you might find one for $32 or $35, but it costs $18 or $28 of shipping. So David Bowie tonight, $45 start on that. And that's a quick info on the difficulty of finding near mint Rush albums and the cost of buying Japanese vinyl online. All right, Jared Koski wants the Merle Haggard. It's just unbelievable how hard it is to get nice, clean Rush albums right now. I was going to go in there and just start buying them. I was like, if I find some near mint ones, I'm just going to go ahead and start buying them. But if you did, they were like $95. It says VG Plus, $95. And I'm like, whoa. But that's what they bring. Someone said, what was the thing about Don Juan's? I was going to look at that. It's three people all dressed. What's this now? The three people pictured on the front of Joni Mitchell's Don Juan's are all her just dressed up as different people. Wow. Never did know that. There's somebody else on the back. Okay, so back to the $9.99 stuff. The Modern Jazz Quartet, Volume 1, European Concert. That's a VG Plus Modern Jazz Quartet. Christopher Cross. This one's not technically marked down. It's still $9.99, which was sticker, but it just seems like so many people have been wanting these when they popped up. $9.99. Original inner sleeve, near mint copy. This is like, I don't know how many of those they sold. What was it? 5 times platinum? 6 times platinum? The original Animals in shrink wrap before we were so rudely interrupted, contains all new material recorded in 77. The original motion picture score to Patton, that's now $9.99. In the Eye of the Storm, The Outlaws, that is $9.99. 123 Red Light, 1910 Fruit Gum Company, that's marked down to $9.99. And so is Utopia, Todd Rundgren. And Reba McEntire, The Last One to Know. Belinda Dobb, first to Christopher Cross. I knew somebody would want that. I see those laying around in bins and they hadn't sold. I'm like, I just got to put that back out because somebody's going to want it. Bob McKinney, you were second. Michael Mofield, you were third. Heart is now a buy it now. If anybody wants Heart, $30 buy it now. And same thing on David Bowie. $45 buy it now on David Bowie. $35 buy it now on Reba. Ryan Rice on Reba McEntire. Ryan, you may be a first-time buyer with us. If you are, thank you and welcome. I'm pretty sure you are. We're going to send you a thank you and welcome message to your inbox. But the most important thing for you to know is to please message our page, Collectco. We sell records almost every night here on Facebook. We're going to be selling probably every night this week except Wednesday because I'm probably going to go look at that collection. Unless we can get back in time, but it is a 5-hour drive. We will invoice you on Monday, a week from today. You can watch all week though, anytime you catch us live. Open box, as much as you want to buy for $7. When the last show's over for the week, everything stops and we invoice for a new cycle. Scott Fish gets the Heart for $30, and that leaves Mr. Bowie, if anybody wants that, for a $45 buy it now. All right, let's go back through this bin. I'm just going to read the titles, everything that's left for $9.99. What's in some of these bins back here? We may need, probably my next bin, I'll go through some of these bins back here and do buy it now best offer. Rob Scheffler wants Utopia. And we come off one of our biggest weeks ever last week, especially as far as quantity. If we would have had a sale on New Year's Eve, it would have set. It'd been hard to beat that one again. I mean, it would have been unbelievable. Doug probably would have hated me even more. Everything in here is $9.99. Martha Reeves and the Vandellas, Ray Manzarek, Carole King, The Byrds, Farther Along, Boz Scaggs, Slow Dancer, Uriah Heep, Sweet Freedom, Jay Giles, Showtime, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Here's another one you need. I mean, so far out of everything right there, that would be what I'd put on to listen. The Beach Boys, 15 Big Ones. Jay Giles, surprised no one got that one. Human League. Steppenwolf, Rest in Peace. Dire Straits is a VG+. So was the Monkees Best Of. Gordon Lightfoot was EX. Fantastic Johnny C was a VG+. Chet Atkins, Chuck Berry, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Jackie DeShannon, Stephen Stills, The Ohio Express, John Parr, Al Stewart, Climax Blues Band, Elton John Friends, Bob Welch, another Uriah Heep, Simon and Garfunkel, Frank Sinatra, The Ventures, Smith, Al Stewart, Todd Rundgren, Jigsaw, Al Stewart, Marshall Tucker, Joni Mitchell, Modern Jazz Quartet, The Animals, Patton, Outlaws, and 123 Red Light. I just seen where Ryan, our new buyer, messages. He lives locally, so welcome. You can also shop in store if you're back on watching, Ryan. But we've had a lot of new customers lately. A lot of them have been somewhat local here in Tennessee. We've had a lot of people out of state too, but a lot of our new customers have been local. So thank you. All right, anybody else? So let's go through. What should we go through? I was thinking about going through one of these crates that's back here, which I think is pretty recent stuff, and we could do buy it now, best offer. I see Kinks and Kansas and Michael Jackson and Jefferson Airplane and Quincy Jones and Zappa. New stuff as in new arrivals or as in new sealed vinyl. $30 for Heart. So, how about some Beatles? Could you be more specific? The only new vinyl that I have up here on the table, let's see, and we've been wearing these out. We've got Smashing Pumpkins Gish for $39.99. We've got Slipknot Iowa for $36.99. Of course, the Soundgardens I showed earlier, Bad Motorfinger, Super Unknown. And then over here, we've got the Greta Ben, one of the many. We got a lot of Greta Van Fleet in stock right now. There's Greta Van Fleet, Battle at Gardens Gate. There's Greta Van Fleet from the Fires, $36.99. 45s. Let me go through one of these back crates, and then I'll see. I can probably pull out a bin of 45s to go through. Let me go through these bins right here, though. This is a pretty new stuff, but I'll make it buy now, best offer. There might not be anything in here half off, but because one of these, yeah, these were just marked December 19th, so this is new arrivals from a few weeks ago. Scott Fish wants a Gish. I lost my stacking crate there, Tanner, but there's a Gish. And yeah, let me see what I got over here in our showcase as far as 45s. I have all that stuff we went through not too long ago, which is a lot. Let me see what's in here. I see 1985. We all know who that is. If you don't, you need to listen to Band on the Run. Let me see what's in this bin. Some of this is about to hit, well, some of this is about to hit 2 years old. Wow. Plastic Oz Band, the Beatles Help on Parlophone, Philippines. That's an interesting bin. Don't Let Me Down. Let me see what's in here. Yeah, this is from that Beatles collection I bought January of 2021. This is all Elvis 45s in here. And what is in this one? This is Odeon, the Beatles, Parlophone, Borrowed Time. That one's pretty interesting. I'll take this one over here. We can flip through it after we go through this crate. We might find something John needs. Everybody needs a Beatles 45, right, Tanner? All right. Let's see here. All right, everything in here is buy it now, best offer. Pretty new stuff, but we'll see what we have. Johnny Cash, $19.99. This is called The King, Johnny Cash, and the Queen, Tammy Wynette. By the way, somebody brought to my attention, Chad has George and Tammy records been selling. And I was like, why would George and Tammy records be selling? And there's a new show about George Jones and Tammy Wynette out. So, and I have noticed the other night I put some of their records in the discount bins, and there was like 5 and 7 people wanting them. And I was like, why is so many people wanting George Jones and Tammy Wynette records? I found out there was a show. Have you heard of Helen Shapiro? No, I have not. Is that someone new? The Verve Years, Charlie Parker. So these are all going to be buy it now or best offer. Like I said, no major discounts on these. They have literally been put out for like 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks, and they haven't even been in the bins for people to flip through them that shop here physically in the store. So, Seals and Crofts, Sudan Village. That's in shrink wrap, $9.99. We've got Grand Funk Live, $29.99 on Grand Funk Live. Quincy Jones, Body Heat, $14.99 on Quincy Jones Body Heat. Rewind, Johnny Rivers, $12.99 on Rewind, Johnny Rivers. Night Watch, Kenny Loggins, is $9.99. And Jeff Beck with the Jan Hammer Group, that's $19.99. Bob McKinney wants Grand Funk Live. Sell that to Bob McKinney. We have the Bruce Springsteen box set. This is the U.S. version. And this is $49.99. Actually in really good shape. It is near mint with book and all 5 records. Nice box too, $49.99. George Delisle, the Charlie Parker was Verve, the Verve Years 52 to 54. It looks, if I get this piece of paper off of it, well, that's not good. Had a little piece of sticky on it. I was about to say, it's really nice except for that. Looks like a stray fragment of price tag got on it. Yeah, very nice. I just need to wipe that back off. That is $19.99, the Verve Years Charlie Parker. I will clean that for you, though, if you decide you want it. Looks like a fragment of a price tag got stuck to it. The Moody Blues, To Our Children's Children, $14.99 on that. And this is pretty pricey, I think. Yeah, I meant to pull this one out. This is a 1967 mono Rockaway pressing of Jefferson Airplane After Bathing at Baxter's, $149.99. Jefferson Airplane After Bathing at Baxter's, really top copy mono, $149.99. I meant to pull that out as in the first time we went through this bin to put it in the high-end stuff. George Lyle said he'll take Charlie Parker. Just set that one aside so we can wipe that back down, get that residue off there. Let's see. I could put some, those are all sticker. Those are new arrivals. Let me do a couple, let me pull some stuff out and do some Beatles lots out of this bin. So I got three Apple singles here. The A-sides are John Lennon, Instant Karma, Ringo Starr, Back Off Boogaloo, and Ringo Starr, You're 16. 3 big hits by them. 2 by Ringo and 1 for John Lennon. The B-side to Lennon is Who Has Seen the Wind? Ringo, Back Off Boogaloo, and Blind Man, and You're 16, and Devil Woman. All 3 of those in the original Apple sleeves. No condition notes on the vinyl. The Apple sleeves look like they're about VG+. They're clean. Very nice copies. $10 start. $10 start for those 3 Apple 45s, 2 Ringo, and we'll do, we got 3 Wings 45s. Wings, Silly Love Songs. The B-side of that was Cook of the House. Then we got Wings, My Love, Red Rose Speedway single, B-side's The Mess, and High, High, High. And the B-side, Sea Moon. Those are both pretty good hits. My Love, Silly Love Songs, and High, High, High. All 3 Wings 45s, Paul McCartney and Wings, $10 start for those. So 10 on the 3 there and 10 on those. Moody Blues, where did we get to in here? Another Moody Blues on the Threshold of a Dream. That's $14.99. Kings of the Sun, $9.99. Kings of the Sun. Arm Lazelle's at 10 on the Wings 45s. Louis Armstrong at the Crescendo. Louis Armstrong, 2 LP live album from Louis. That is $19.99. Let me get this crate fixed. The Gentrys Golden Archive Series, that's $19.99. The Dig is $9.99. Michael Jackson, Got to Be There, $29.99 on Michael. This is a Motown OG. $29.99 for Michael Jackson. Got to be there. Kansas, Monolith. That is $19.99. And so is The Man and His Music. This is a 2LP Nat King Cole compilation. Wings, 10, 15, 16. The Kinks, Everybody's in Showbiz. This is a 2LP, nice copy. $29.99. Yeah, I remember this one. Orange RCA label. Nice copy on that. So Wings is being bid between RM and Bob. RM has them right now at 16. Scarlet is $49.99. We sold a copy of this not too long ago, but Scarlet is $49.99. Paul Beck wants Kings of the Sun. That's sold to Paul Beck. Bob McKinney backing on the Wings 45s. Grand Funk Railroad, Good Singing, Good Playing. That's $19.99. And Happy Trails Quicksilver Messenger Service. That's $19.99. Specimen what does that say? Specimen Batastrophe. 1983 Goth Rock, $34.99. 1984 Goth Rock. That is $34.99. All righty. Let's see here. Paul Beck, Wings, and Bob McKinney wants Grand Funk. Bob's all over the Grand Funk albums tonight. So we're going through vintage stuff. If you like new vinyl, I'm going to try to read you off a few more titles that I can grab. Tomorrow will be a big new vinyl arrival night. We got Warrant, Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich coming in. They're already sold, but I should be expecting another copy. This right here. Wings, by the way, is at $20. RM Lazelle's at $20. It's between Bob and RM right now. But we're going back through some vintage stuff that's been recently showed. It's buy now, best offer. We got a couple auctions going, and we'll probably be live another 30 minutes or another hour, just depending on how many people are still around with us. Hello, I'm Johnny Cash. We got 97 people watching between YouTube and Facebook. Hello, I'm Johnny Cash. That's $19.99. The Byrds Ballad of Easy Rider. This is $24.99. The Ballad of Easy Rider. 2i Columbia OG. $24.99 on that. And Nat King Cole. Where did everybody go? This has some radio station markings. WHOO-FM. April of '63. Legendary Elvis Concert Performance. $19.99. Cool Mo D. How Do You Like Me Now? That is $14.99. Classic Film Scores of Betty Davis. $14.99. And Free at Last. That's Free as in Free with Paul Rogers. Has some cover damage down here. $19.99. Betty Davis eyes. Well, she did have some eyes, didn't she? Never really paid attention to that. The Dirt Band, An American Dream, $14.99. And Adventures in Utopia, $19.99. All right, Bob, if you're done bidding on Wings, you can let me know if you're out. RM Lazelle has those for $20. I'm going to go ahead and make this a buy it now. These three, First Come, First Serve, the two Ringo 45s, and John Lennon Instant Karma. The Ringo songs are Back Off Boogaloo and You're 16. If anybody wants those, $10. $10. The Sidewinders, $24.99. Beaver and Krause, All Good Men, $14.99. And Capability Brown, Voice, weird looking record, $19.99. And Diodato, Prelude. Diodato's $14.99. Madonna, 2018 red vinyl limited edition sealed record store day exclusive. First time available on vinyl since 1987. Limited to 12,000 with full-size poster, red vinyl. Madonna is $74.99. All right, Bob's out. Let's sell RM Lazelle the three Wings 45s for $20. Can't believe no one's bought these for $10. Kind of surprised, but I'm going to keep them handy in case anybody changes their mind. Let me grab a few more. Let's see. I got some Beatles here on Odeon. There's 1, 2. Do I have another one in here? Let's see. Hey, some Badfinger stuff on Apple. Let me just do these two Beatles 45s. Yeah, let me just do these two. All right, so we have, oh, well, they're the same thing. Never mind. Well, I'll just do them half off. They've been here, these have been here 2 years, but I've been holding on to these because this collection was so awesome. I have not been in any hurry to get rid of these, this Beatles collection. These are near mint copies of Komm Gib mir den Hand, which is I Want to Hold Your Hand. This is actually sung in German, so this is not And She Loves You. I don't know how they read that one. She loves you. They're actually singing in German, but I originally had those in 1999. They are German Odeon pressings, and they're like near mint. They were pristine. I've got 2 of them, actually. Probably most of y'all don't remember this collection. The guy was in Cookeville, very local. He was actually from New Jersey, though. He owned a record store. I think he worked at a radio station. And when I left, she leaped deek. Thank you, John. My Tahoe was full and of crates of Beatles albums and Beatles 45s and some other toys and promotional items. I had stuff, record store displays. Man, it was some good stuff. But that's been officially 2 years ago. So $9.99 on those if anybody wants them. Sax Greats. This is a saxophone compilation, as in Stan Getz and Coleman Hawkins, Ben Webster. That is $14.99. My Son the Nut, Alan Sherman. That's $9.99. And Family Anyway, $19.99. Gerard wants one of the Odeon comps. All right, let me get another lot together. Let's see. I've got the Beatles. I've got Harrison, Wings, Yoko, Yoko, Yoko. Those might be hard to sell. We've got Revolution. We got Don't Let Me Down and Get Back. This is going to be a good lot. There's another Wings. I'll do another Wings lot. There's Badfinger. Another, Band on the Run. And let's see. Let's do 4. Well, that's too many. Let's do 2. Ticket to Ride. What's this one? Yes, it is. Those are on the Blue Star Line. Plastic Oz. That's George Harrison. Do we have any more? Just regular Beatles? Maybe right here. Help and I'm Down. Oh, this is confusing. There's more Wings. All right, let's do these 3. All right, so both of the Beatles are sold. Gerard and Brent Rabley wants those. Tanner, $9.99 on those. Here's our next auction. This is a Purple Capital reissue of Revolution and Get Back in the sleeve. We have the kind of orange label of Don't Let Me Down and Get Back. So Revolution and Hey Jude, Don't Let Me Down and Get Back. Boy, that's some great stuff. And then this is a, I was about to say VG Plus, but it's kind of borderline. Let's call that VG Plus, though. And that is Yesterday and Act Naturally. It's in the original capital sleeve. It may be EX, but that's VG Plus EX, and that's Yesterday and Act Naturally. So those 3, you get a kind of all kinds of different capital labels there, purple, orange, and the original swirl. $10 start on all 3 of those. So that's the Beatles, lot 3, 45 single lot, $9.99 on those. Okay, hold on, it's D. Clark. That is $29.99. The Best of Quincy Jones, $14.99. Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention, One Size Fits All, $39.99. $39.99 on that. Miami Sound Machine, Conga, $7.99. Donna Summer, Bad Girls is $14.99. And Sonny Rollins, Taking Care of Business, $24.99. Any U.S. Orange Swirl, picture sleeves, or VJ. Let me see what I've got left in here. Then I'll have to go grab the other platter pack. We have 3 bidders on the Beatles. That's a good start. Let's see. Let me pull out. I think we might do a George Harrison. There was some awesome looking George Harrison stuff back here in the back. It looked like they were UK presses. My sweet Lord. Wow. All right, yeah, let's do these 3. All right, then let's do 3 George Harrisons. These appear to be UK pressings. We have Bangladesh and Deep Blue. Bangladesh and Deep Blue, that is a UK press. Here's one of the greatest songs of all time, My Sweet Lord. B-side of that is What Is Life. Wow, what a 2-in-1 punch. My Sweet Lord and What Is Life. Oh my gosh, and that's a UK press, isn't it? Yeah, well, that's like near mint. And then we have All Those Years Ago. Here's a later one from somewhere in England, 1981. That's a double-sided promo. Yeah, that's a double-sided promo. All Those Years Ago, double-sided promo. My Sweet Lord, What Is Life? That's killer. And then Bangladesh and Deep Blue. Those are technically classified as hits for him too. All 3 of these Boy, I like these, especially that one. And these originally weren't too cheap. $20 start for those three. $20 start for those three. That's Harrison. Bidding on the Beatles and Harrison. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, braid salad surgery, $19.99. The main event, the Cow Seals, Chubby Checker, Sam and Dave, the Crystals, Kingsman, that is $9.99. Sean Phillips, Rumstinkles Resolve, that is $14.99. Brother Jack McDuff, who knows what tomorrow's going to bring, that's $24.99. Giants of the Organ in Concert, Jimmy McGriff and Groove Holmes, $49.99. Giants of the Organ in Concert, Jimmy McGriff and Groove Holmes on the Groove Merchant label. Very nice. That is $49.99. Supertramp, Breakfast in America. This appears to be, it is a very nice, clean U.S. original, $19.99. And Sean Phillips Collaboration, $19.99. Jethro Tull Stormwatch is $19.99. That's in shrink wrap. And the Tubes, the Completion Backwards Principle, $17.99. All right, Stephanie's at $20 on the 3 Beatles 45s. George Delisle, we're looking for a $20 start on the Harrison. I'll tell you what, George, if you say 15, we'll get them started at 15. You bid to it. I was wanting 20, but $15 start on those. And then R.M. Lazelle takes Supertramp. That's sold to R.M. Lazelle. I'm going to lay that right there. And then label on Brother Jack McDuff. Mr. Marino, that is on this label right here, Blue Note, the what I call the later Blue Note. That is $24.99. Bob McKinney's backing on the Beatles at 21. George is at 15 on George Harrison's. Did I get through this? Great. No, just a couple left. We got The World of Johnny Horton, $19.99, and The Voyage of the Acolyte, Steve Hackett, as made famous in Genesis, $14.99. All right, so quick update. The 3 George Harrisons, George Lyle's at $15. That's going twice, going 3 times. Stephanie just bid $25 on the 3 Beatles. And let's go back through this crate one more time. I'm just going to read titles. So if you missed something or you need a price, let me know. And everything in here was buy it now. Buy it now, best offer. All right, so that was Johnny Cash and Tammy Wynette. Not together. It's like a 2-in-1. Seals and Croft, Quincy Jones Body Heat, Johnny Rivers Rewind, Kenny Loggins Night Watch, Jeff Beck with Jan Hammer, Bruce Springsteen Live Box, Moody Blues, Louis Armstrong. By the way, if you want to pick out 2 or 3, like the 2 Moody Blues, or if you want to do 3 or 4 you're interested in, comment them all at once, and I might knock off a few dollars. I might knock off $10. The Gentrys, The Dig, Michael Jackson, Kansas Monolith, The Man and His Music, Nat King Cole, The Kinks, Specimen, Batistrophe, which we figured was goth rock, Scarlet, which looks like metal, Quicksilver, Johnny Cash, Ballad of the Easy Rider, The Byrds, Nat King Cole, Elvis Legendary Concert Performance, Cool Mo D, Free, Classic Film Scores of Betty Davis, The Dirt Band, Utopia, Sidewinders, Beaver and Crawls, All Good Men, or Kraus, Capability Brown, Voice, Diodato Prelude, Sax Greats. Is it raining or I'm hearing things? Alan Sherman, Family Anyway, Hold On, it's D. Clark, The Best of Quincy Jones, Frank Zappa, One Size Fits All, Miami Sound Machine, Donna Summer, Bad Girl, Sonny Rollins, Taking Care of Business, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, The Main Event, Sean Phillips, Brother Jack McDuff, Giants of the Organ in Concert, Sean Phillips, Jethro Tull, The Tubes, Johnny Horton, and Steve Hackett. Okay, George Harrison is sold to George Delisle. George gets the Georges for $15, and they're still bidding on the 3 Beatles. This is the Beatles Revolution and Hey Jude, Don't Let Me Down and Get Back, and Yesterday, and Act Naturally. 3 different eras of Capital 45 logos there. Purple, orange, and swirl. High bid on those is Bob McKinney at $32. Next comment was, can I see the OG Birds again condition? Debbie is asking about this one right here, which is the Birds, the Ballad of Easy Rider, $24.99. It does have a clip corner, and it is the original Columbia 2i, $24.99 on that. Next comment was What was the Sidewinders? That was a little further up, I think. Let me pull that, though, for Jerry. I will tell you as much as I can about it. Right here. The Sidewinders, it's on RCA label. Orange RCA label. Vinyl looks near mint. It does have this promo sticker. It is from 1972, $24.99. Sherry Darnell wants the Louis Armstrong, which was the live. I thought I heard rain. Uh-oh, this means your internet connection may start getting bad. When it starts raining here, usually we have connection problems. Where was the Louis Armstrong? That was, I think, early in the bin, wasn't it? Yeah. That sold to Sherry Darnell. Mark offered 30 for Giants of the Organs. Mark, I haven't had this too long. These were just put out on December 19th. If you want that, though, I'll do $40 on it. $40. It appears to be a really nice copy. Gatefold, original inner sleeves. $40 if you decide you want that. Mark. Stephanie is at 35 on the Beatles. Bob says he's out. Debbie offered 18 for the Bird. Sell that to Debbie. And Stereo offered 15 for brain salad surgery. See how easy it is? Stereo gets salad for 15. And Mark said he would do 40 on Groove Merchants. You just got to throw out an offer. Look, we just lost a bunch of viewers. I bet everybody's connection froze. I don't know why the rain. Like it was like 90-something viewers. It went down to 71. These Beatles 45s are sold to Stephanie. I need to ask some kind of technician, like, why does the rain cause such a bad internet connection problem for us? And Brent Rabel said 15 for Kings. Brent, this one, same thing. It hadn't been here too long. It's also really nice at $29.99, $10, $50. I'll do $25 on that. And then Scott Snee said he'd give 10 for Hackett. Sell that to Scott Snee for 10. Just make it off. If you saw something in there you want, let me know. I'll try my best to sell it to you. I'll be as, for a new arrival, somewhat new arrival, I'll be as tubes. I've got $17.99 on this. It does have some cover damage right here. I think that's why he put 17 and not 19. All right, next 45 lot. Let me see what I got here. I've got, let me pull out all the wings I can find. And Beatles, Plastic Ono. Now that's technically another wings. All right, I've got all these Beatles star lines. Let's do those. These are super oldies. Silly love songs. Ooh, Band on the Run. There's Badfinger. More Lennon's, Tug of War. Let's go ahead and put that. What are you going to do? A McCartney wings lot. More Beatles. Wings. All right. Okay. All right. This is the next lot I have assembled. Let me go through them. We've got Wings, Band on the Run. And these are all going to be sold together. Band on the Run in 1985. That's a single from the Band on the Run album. From Speed of Sound, we have Silly Love Songs and Cook of the House. And we actually got 2 of those. So let me pull one of those out. We can sell one separate. I'll just put one Silly Love Songs in there. Live and Let Die and I Lie Around. Wings Getting Closer and Spin It On. Spin It On, yeah. And then a white label promo of Tug of War. Double-sided white label promo of Tug of War. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Paul McCartney and Wings 45s, $20 start. That includes Band on the Run, Silly Love Songs, and Live and Let Die, and a promo of Tug of War. So $20 start for the Wings and Paul McCartney lot. That's 5 45s. And then we'll sell that one separate in just a second. Best price on the Purple Rain without poster. It didn't get a bid for 60. What did I have it up for? 65. How about 60? It is pretty nice. $60 on that. Okay, Wings 2030. Brent says he passes, no problem. Cool Mo D was a 12-inch single. Did I miss anything else before I put up a new crate? What was, yeah, Cool Mo D was a 12-inch single. There he is. How do you like me now? Yeah, 4 versions. Extended, single, album, instrumental. Okay, so that was the Wings lot. Then I've got another Beatles lot, so that's Wings. These are all Starline. Let me see if they're all different. Ticket to Ride. Yes, it is. You can't do that. Don't want to spoil the party. Yeah, I think they're all different. We'll see. So these are called Super Oldies. They are capital, but they're Starline. They were reissued probably, what, in the 80s? But they're really nice condition. This is in mono, too. So we have mono, Ticket to Ride, if that makes any difference to you. Yes, it is. So Ticket to Ride and Yes, it is. You Can't Do That and Can't Buy Me Love. Those are also in mono. I Don't Want to Spoil the Party and 8 Days a Week. Those are in mono. And Yesterday and Act Naturally. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Also a $20 start. Those 4 Beatles Super Oldies. $20 start on that. What do y'all want to see next? Well, you want to go back through some of the on-sale stuff. Buy it now, best offer. Kind of recap crate. I'm going to put this back over here where it was, Tanner. Does everybody have a copy of this? I've got 5 copies. I'll do $2 off and make them $34.99 if you don't have one already. This is The Band, Music from Big Pink. It is a 2LP. It is a 2LP remaster. The Band, Music from Big Pink. I think it's 2 LPs. Yeah. The Band, Music from Big Pink. $34.99. Those just came in a couple weeks ago. $36. I'll do those for $34.99. The Band, Music from Big Pink. That's a new LP. Let me read you off some artists. I've got Dave Matthews Band, Bush, Greta Van Fleet, Megadeth, The Band, Rush, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Alice in Chains. I've got AC/DC, Ziggy Stardust or David Bowie, Led Zeppelin, Tom Petty, Queen, Rolling Stones, Pink Floyd, Metallica, Jimi Hendrix, The Beatles, Black Sabbath, Kiss, and more Black Sabbath. So the Cool Mo D is $14.99. Bob's out on Wings. So final call. RM Lazelle has these 4 Wings, or actually 5, Paul McCartney and Wings for $40. Going twice, going 3 times. Boy, everybody's quiet. Ryan, the Cool Mo D was $14.99. No one even said what they want to see. Let me see what's in this crate right here. Whatever the next crate is, it will probably be our last one. So let me try to pick the best I can. That looks like half Christmas records. Let's not pick that one. I wish I had an old crate up here, but let's see here. How about we go back through one of the on-sale crates and I'll show you what's left. We need to do that. Is this the $19.99 stuff or $14.99 stuff? These were $14. These are $14.99 left over. So let me show these because they were pretty good records. All right. So let's go ahead and sell RM Lazelle the Wings. Does anybody want the Beatles lot for $20? Does anybody want the Beatles lot for $20? I'll put that right over here. Sherry Darnell wants a Music from Big Pink, and Tanner, that was $34.99. Let me grab all the Rolling Stones albums we have in stock. All the Rolling Stones albums we have in stock on new vinyl. There's got to be at least one in here somebody needs. Bob McKinney said he'll take the Beatles for $20. Good decision. Those are $20. I've got a couple more lots like that in just a second. We have Let It Bleed, $34.99, remaster. Tattoo You, that is the new 2LP expanded, $36.99. The Rolling Stones on Tour, that's a 1969 live, unofficial, $33.99. The Rolling Stones Steel Wheels, $38.99. Some Girls, Half Speed Master, $44.99. Hot Rocks, that's an essential. You got to have that. That's 2LP, of course, Stones' early greatest hits, $49.99. Bridges to Babylon is $59.99. That's a half-speed master. And then we have Honk, which is Stone's hits from 71 to 2018, and that's $49.99. That is everything we have new vinyl in stock for the Rolling Bones. They're still doing it. I wouldn't be surprised if they announce another tour for this summer. All right, let's see what I've got left in the Beatles box. I can probably hold them all in my hand by this point. I was going to do a lot of all the miscellaneous Apple stuff, like there's Mary Hopkin. That's another John Lennon. There's the Elastic Oz Band. Badfinger. I think there was something else. Okay, there's more Wings, Beatles. Let's see what we got left. John Lennon. Okay, so let me do... Okay. We've got Badfinger, Come and Get It, the Elastic Oz Band, God Save Us, and Mary Hopkin, Knock Knock Who's There. All three of those, $15 buy it now. And I had $9.99, $24.99, and $9.99 on those. Badfinger, Come and Get It. That's a good one from the album Magic Christian. So $15 for those three. We'll call that, I don't know, Apple Lot. And then, where's those other ones that's left? Oh, Sherry wants Bridges to Babylon. Okay. Next, let's do what's left here. George Lyle says take it. So these three, or those three to George Lyle, $15. Apple Lot. Okay, now, here's a big one. This is kind of, here's some stuff I hadn't shown. Of course, Yoko Ono. Yoko Ono. Yoko Ono. And then John Lennon, Whatever Gets You Through the Night. And then the other ones from earlier, Instant Karma, and then the two Ringo Stars. So this is Ringo, John Lennon, and Yoko Ono. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 45s, $10 start. That is Instant Karma, the two Ringos, the three Yokos, and then John Lennon. Hey, at least Whatever Gets You Through the Night and Instant Karma's in there. So basically, you're bidding on these two and the two Ringos, and I'm throwing in all the Yokos. $10 start. We'll call that, I don't know, another Apple Lot maybe. $10 start on those. And then here is what's left. I'll also sell all these together. And that's the empty. The platter pack is empty after this. There's the other Wings, Silly Love Songs. So Silly Love Songs. Then we have the Beatles' Greatest Story, Let It Be. The Beatles' Greatest Story, Let It Be. I forgot what this is, but we had, I think, at one time the complete set. But A-side is Let It Be, and B-side is You Know My Name, Look Up the Number. So that's called The Greatest Story. So Let It Be, Silly Love Songs. Then we have We Can Work It Out and Day Tripper on the Purple Capitol. This is so far a pretty good lot. There's another Silly Love Songs with a different label. And actually, there's another John Lennon. I'm going to put that one in this other John Lennon lot. This is Plastic Ono Band Cold Turkey. So now you get 8 records for $10, starting bid. And then we'll put this over here in the other Beatles lot. And this is a Philippines, a VG Plus Philippines, originally $25. I'm Down and Help. Parlophone Philippines. So Help, Silly Love Songs, Day Tripper, and We Can Work It Out. Let It Be from The Greatest Story. And a different Let It Be. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this, $20 start. So $20 start on the Beatles, and then we'll call this the Apple Lot, the 8 John Lennons, or the, let's see, 6. It's 6 John Lennon and Yokos and 2 Ringos. Just $10. Stereos at 10, and then this Beatles lot, 20. All right, back in here. We have Willie Live Condition and Price. This is a VG copy for $14.99. It does have some pretty heavy scuffing on it, $14.99. This was the last crate I'm going to flip through tonight. This is what's left of a $14.99 on sale crate. And then I'm going to add to this, and I'm probably going to post it in the group for everybody who didn't get to watch tonight, and then we'll probably sell almost everything that's left. $14.99. ABC, How to Be a Zillionaire. I'll let you know if they're check condition. Rick Wakeman is $14.99. The Neon Philharmonic, The Moth Confess, that's $14.99. The Magic Lanterns, Shame Shame, $14.99. The London Chuck Berry Sessions, that is now $14.99 at half off. Cat People soundtrack is $14.99. Here come the Hardy Boys. Hardy Boys, $14.99. Tribute to James Dean, $14.99. Denny McLain at the organ. We have Douglas MacArthur. This is a spoken word. This is his West Point Military Academy address and his address to Congress as well, $14.99. Blues Image is $14.99. And John Entwistle, $14.99. The Beach Boys, Spirit of America, 2LP. Brewer and Shipley. R. Dean Taylor, Indiana Wants Me. The Orlon, 63 Mono. Family, Bandstand, Chuck Berry, Golden Decade, Volume 3. More Chuck Berry is $14.99. Iron Butterfly, Sun and Steel. Roy Orbison at the Rock House. Riding the Storm Out, REO Speedwagon. Jeff Beck, Blow by Blow. Debbie Harry, Cuckoo. Lead Belly compilation. Can't believe no one's bought that. Golden Earring Cut. And then the live Willie Nelson. All right, final call on the 8 Beatles assorted Apple, John Lennon, Ringo lot. Stereo has those for $10. And Clay Moore is at $20 on the Beatles lot. Those are both going twice, going 3 times. I will go through this stack of putbacks right now. Sell Kevin, Golden Earring for $14.99. Sell Luke Mitchell, Willie Nelson for $10. Sell Brent Rabley, the Lead Belly for $14.99. And Jeff Beck was originally $14.99. Jeff Beck was originally $19.99. I've got it marked down to $14.99. If you want it though, I'll sell it to you for $12. I think we do have a stack of putbacks. All right. We've got, let me take off the sticky notes. This was a Japanese Boston. It's a VG Plus. It was $29.99. VG Plus on the vinyl. That is a Japanese press. Rod Stewart, Absolutely Live. That's a 2LP live Rod Stewart, $29.99. Scott Fish wants the Jeff Beck for $12. By the way, Bob McKinney is in on the Beatles at $22. Clay, you're out. But I unfortunately have to sell these to Stereo for $10. It's a heck of a deal. Sell those to Stereo, that whole stack there for $10, Tanner. Lionel Richie, Can't Slow Down. This is, I had that in a $7 bin, so that's just $7 for not Lionel Richie, Can't Slow Down. I also had Jethro Tull A in a $7 bin. Jethro Tull was $7. This was in a $14.99 bin, which was Jerry Harrison Casual Gods. That's $14.99. We have Metallica, Hardwired to Self-Destruct. $34.99 for Metallica, Hardwired to Self-Destruct. Creed, My Own Prison, is $31.99. Rolling Stone, Steel Wheels, is $38.99. Rolling Stone Steel Wheels, $38.99. Ooh, Smashing Pumpkins, Adore. What happened here? These were claimed live. I guess well, I already had one. Smashing Pumpkins, Adore, $49.99. And Smashing Pumpkins, Adore, $49.99. We don't have any more of those, so if you need that one, I would recommend buying it right at this moment. Let's see. Bob's at $22. Clay, let me know if you're out on this Beatles lot. Clay, let me know if you're out on that at $22. We've got, let me get my phone over here. Ryan Rice on the Lionel Richie and Tanner. That was a $7 record. And Brent Rabley said he would give $8 for the Denny McLain. I will gladly say Denny McLain for $8. So that was Boston Self-Titled. Rod Stewart, Absolutely Live. Smashing Pumpkins. Rolling Stones, Creed, My Own Prison. That was the first time on vinyl when that came out a few weeks ago. Metallica, Jerry Harrison, Jethro Tull. And then that was the rest of the $14.99 stuff. All right, that probably concludes tonight's show. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I'm about to sell these unless Clay bids. If Clay bids, I got to keep going for a few more minutes until we figure that out. About 30 seconds left on that, though. We'll be back again doing this tomorrow. So, will I take 10 for Cool Mo D? I sure will. That's right here. Sell that to Ryan Rice for $10. Thank you. Dale Sanders said 25 on Boston. Sell that to Dale for $25. Justin said 7 for BTO, Leon Russell, and Marshall Tucker. R.M. Lozelle also offered 25 for Boston. Boy, there's a lot of offers coming in all of a sudden. Everybody, y'all are freaking out. I said the show's over. They're like, oh my gosh, where are you seeing those at, Justin? 7777. Was that in this other bin? Let me see if it was in this last bin I showed over here. 7777. There's Marshall Tucker. What else did he say? Leon Russell, BTO. Leon Russell, BTO. Can you be more specific on BTO? They got a lot of albums, and we've shown a lot tonight. Maybe which one? Okay, there's Marshall Tucker. I'll go ahead and let's see here. Where? Okay, that's 7. Let's write down Leon. I know the Leon Russell he wants. That's Willow the Wisp. I'll have to find that, and we'll have to find BTO. The crate before Marshall Tucker. Okay, I think we did. Did we do back-to-back? $9.99 bins, maybe. Okay, there's Leon Russell. I just found it, so now we just need BTO. I think it was a black cover with the gears. Of course, they all have gears on them, but that was kind of their thing. They put gears on all of their covers. There it is. All right, sell those to him for 7, 7, and 7. All right, so those are all 3. Justin, I got you hooked up. Leon, BTO, and Marshall Tucker, 777. Did you sell the Sinatra September of My Years? No, it's still available. What did they say on this lot back here? Clay's out. All right, so sell this Beatles lot. That sold to Bob McKinney for $22, that stack of Beatles 45s. Hey, we emptied an entire powder plaque of Beatles. I've got 4 more in this showcase, so we'll do those the rest of this week. Or I got 3 more. That was the 4th one. I do have Sinatra, though. What happened to them? Which crate was that in? That was in this crate right here, wasn't it? Really starting to test my memory now. Jesse said, take it. Now, where was it? It wasn't in here. Let's see. Outlaws, Patton, Jigsaw. Here it is. This is sold to Jesse Hood. All right, I think that is everything. Scott Smith wants Smashing Pumpkins a door. Sell that to Scott Smith. $49.99. All right, so that's it for tonight. We'll be back again tomorrow. There'll be new vinyl. We'll have new vintage arrivals. I'm going to make some more crates like this. I think we already have some made up. We'll go through those. We'll have new Japanese stuff. Probably some Japanese buy it nows. And then, of course, Scott Fish. I don't know what I said. Fish. Scott Fish. Tanner's got it. We got a Smith. We got a Scott Smith, too, who buys a lot. And it messes me up. Y'all Scotts. Too bad it wasn't Scott Apple. He ain't buying nothing. All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Going twice, going 3 times. Y'all know the drill. Tomorrow at 7. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.